Podden, Future Static. Who are, or like, can you introduce yourself?
I'm Jackson. I play drums.
I'm Amaraya. I am the vocalist.
And where are you from?
Melbourne, Australia.
And how come? Feels like a very strict interview, this, but like you came quite far. How come?
Oh shit! I mean, like, we had a couple of offers to play festivals like Helltown. At the same time, we also had shows in the UK and Europe pop up. Management really pushed to make it happen at about the same time. So, yeah, we turned it into a bit of a tour. So.
A bit.
A bit, yeah.
A big, very compressed tour. We got 21 dates in 30 days.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that includes travels as well. Like
This is the third. This is the third show, and it's amazing. I'm so glad we got to come to Sweden. So
that's great.
Yeah, it's great.
We have quite a lot of questions. It's not.
Yeah, man, let's go through it. Fire away.
Good at keeping things concise.
Yeah.
I'm the rambler. So it'll work out really well.
Yeah, great. Because you have some connections to Sweden, at least with at least you're touring with like Self-Deception,
Yes,
and
yes.
and you were playing, like you were singing in that. For you
Yeah,
now.
yeah.
How did it go, by the way?
It was great. It was fun. I think I jumbled up the words a little bit, but hopefully the biggest fans couldn't hear me very well. But I know I had a great time. I love being up there with them. I love watching them. I love being around them. They're just so lovely. It's so fun.
Yeah, really good bunch of people. Like, we met them on tour when we all toured with Electric Callboy in Australia last year. That's where we all know each other from. And I think Hage, the manager, Hage sent us an invite to come play here. So, yeah, we said, fucking let's go. Sweet.
I'm also a bit curious because you also toured with like the heaviest Swedish band that ever existed, which is Humanity's Last Breath. How did you
yes.
like? You don't sound anything alike. How did? How come?
I love them. I love them so much. So it's actually amazing that we get to play with them. But what happened was we booked our our UK shows, and one of the shows was the same night as Humanity's Last Breath in Birmingham at the same venue in the smaller room. So we were going to play on the same night as them in the same venue. By accident, it just kind of happened. So instead of, pulling people away or not having people show up to our show because they're obviously going to go to Humanity's Last Breath because I'm in love with their newest album. It's amazing. But our manager managed to get us on that show, and even if we don't sound anything alike, I think sometimes that adds a bit of a refreshing thing for the audience. If you have the same sound constantly, then by the end everyone's just kind of like checked out and tired. Whereas I think people should push more for more kind of mixed bill.
Yeah, we have, I don't know, being on mixed bills or playing with different genres of bands. It helps to showcase the diversity of our music. So we can play with more melodic bands and it still fits. We can play with more hardcore bands and we still kind of fit. So playing with Humanity's Last Breath is going to be it's going to be fun.
We're going to pick our songs well. Trust. It'll fit. We'll make it fit.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a bit more gutturals, a bit more screaming than I usually do. I just add a few more in there.
Just Iliad on repeat.
Iliad on repeat.
Gasolina, yeah, exactly, yeah.
It's the heaviest ones.
Well, speaking of not fitting, when I see you guys, it kind of feels like you look nothing alike each other.
Oh, like
Like
in terms of looks?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. In the in the style sense.
Oh right, yeah. No, we all come from.
How did you find each other?
yeah. No, that's a good question. So, I guess Jack, one of the guitarists, the one with the mustache. Yeah. So he and I grew up in rural Victoria, rural Australia. Yes. We went to the same high school. He moved to Melbourne, Australia, I think 2 years before I did. and then I moved there as well. He and I had another band that we joined called Loose End, and so we were in that for a few years, and then we actually played with Future Static in the early years. Different lineup. Amy wasn't in it. None of us were in it, except Kira and Ryan. And then they needed a new drummer and an extra guitarist. And Jack and I kind of looked at each other and went, yeah, let's help him out for a little bit. And then we played, I think, one show. We did like several rehearsals, but one show. And Ryan kind of went, please stay. Please join the band. And Jack and I looked at each other and went, I'll do it if you do. And so, we jumped in. And then not long after that, Amy jumped in. And I think it was like, it all happened pretty quickly.
You guys gave me 2 weeks notice for the first gig. yeah. But I had already learned all the songs because like I was friends with them. I was at the time partners with one of the other guys in the other band that he is, so I knew all the boys very well. And I was like, as soon as I heard Future Static songs, I was like, oh my god, I love your sound, I love this music. And then as soon as I saw the old singer leave, I was like, how many days can I wait until it's appropriate for me to ask, you know? Yeah. I waited 3. It wasn't that, I think I could have waited longer, but I was like, I'm gonna jump on this. But I think we all come from such a different, like, I mean, obviously Jack and Jackson come from rural Victoria in Australia. We're all from Australia, but Ryan and Kira come from like Dandenong area, which is just a suburb of Melbourne at East. And I grew up in Melbourne, but I was born in Melbourne, but I grew up in Spain, so I have like that connection as well. And musically, I guess we all like kind of always like the heavier kind of stuff, but we all have like slightly different tastes as well. Like you'd say you're more a hardcore boy.
Yeah.
Jack's probably, I don't know, like, but he likes a few lots of different things, but kind of like anthemic metalcore and butt rock. Would you call it butt rock?
Yeah.
And he likes prog too. I like prog. Ryan loves butt rock, and he also loves like really like 2010 emo metalcore. Yeah. Kira loves a lot of like indie stuff as well, and has like but she also loves a lot of pop punk and like kind of like Midwest emo vibes as well, I think. I don't know, you know.
Like you.
Yeah, so we all have such different tastes, and I also come from an opera background, so I kind of feel like whenever I write vocals, that kind of like also comes through a bit. So it's just an absolute mix match of sounds.
Yeah.
And I guess because it's our debut album as well, we kind of just like mushed everything together and hope it would work, and I think it did. So, and we all dress differently every show. Like we don't really have a specific sound. I'm just like whatever we feel. A specific image.
Yeah,
we just kind of like whatever we feel on the day. As long as the colors match. It's like Kira wears green a lot, so I have to be careful not to wear red because then we look like a Christmas band.
Yeah. But no, so that,
Also, you're one of the guitarists. Is it the one with the mustache?
Yeah, Jack.
Jack. He has a football shirt.
Yeah. He it's an Adidas football jersey. Yeah.
I don't know. I think
I've got a New York baseball jersey.
Oh yeah.
I think Ryan was wearing a baseball jersey as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. We all just pick whatever the hell we like. It's like they don't always wear jerseys, and like sometimes we go more formal. I don't know. It just depends on the vibe.
Cold.
When it's cold, when we can wear like long sleeve or like a dress or something.
Yeah, we couldn't do that today. It was fucking hot today. So yeah, we tried to dress cooler. Yeah.
Well, you should try to wear a dress. I think it would be
a dress?
nice.
No, I'm afraid of like my neck is showing when I'm behind the kit, man. Yeah.
Have you seen those thighs though? You should definitely sport them a little more.
Yeah. I should have worn shorts at least.
More flesh, okay?
Yeah. I'll show more skin next time I'm here. Yeah.
That's what they want.
That's what they want. Yeah. Not
Give them
free.
what they want.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot thighs, you guys are from Australia.
Yeah. It gets hot down there.
Yeah, it gets hot. But also it gets hot in the sense that there are so many great metalcore bands from Australia.
Yeah.
Why is that, and why are you a part of it?
Oh, fuck.
I have a kind of like pessimistic view on that, if you want to know.
Yeah, of course.
I just think Australia is so far away that like any band that is going to make it from there or that gets heard from there are going to be the band that's pushing the hardest to get out. So it's like, it's not, I mean, Australia is full of like
Gotta get off
great
the
bands.
island.
I'm not saying that most of it is shit or anything, but I'm saying that, like, you know, the ones that get, like, that you've heard of, all the Australian bands that you've heard of are probably going to be amazing because it takes so much effort and support from like exterior, like industry and stuff to help get us out and known. So that, I mean, I don't know if it's more realistic, but a little bit pessimistic. It's like, yeah, we're not all great, but you know, we like, it is really good, like with the people who do get out there, like Polaris, Alpha Wolf, Make Them Suffer. Like I could name a million other bands that are just so fucking good. And yeah,
Polaris.
Polaris.
Fantastic band.
I feel honored to be from the same country as all of those bands.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, I think Australians need to work harder to get out of the island because we're so isolated. Yeah. But yeah, no, I think any band that kind of like gets noticed out of Australia, I think are deserving, for sure, absolutely. Because yeah, it's like, it's more money to get out there. It's more effort. It's more discipline. And like
less sleep.
Yeah, less sleep. Not to discredit any like European or like bands from the UK or America for getting noticed and like getting tours and stuff like that. But traveling in Europe when you're already in Europe, so much easier. Yeah. Because it took us 24 hours travel time, like straight.
At least.
Minimum 24 hours to get from Australia to Spain for our first two shows. Yes. 24 hours travel time non-stop was fucking brutal. Yeah, it's also expensive to live as well.
It's on the other side of the world.
It is, yeah, it is.
Literally.
But no, like, yeah, so bands like Alpha Wolf, Polaris, Northlane broke out as well, like 5 years ago.
The first two albums of Northlane.
Yeah, incredible,
so
incredible. Yeah.
Good.
And obviously Parkway Drive.
Parkway Drive,
yeah. The powerhouses, man. Yeah.
The Amity Affliction.
Oh, they're
Fantastic.
amazing,
Yeah. I don't care about the Amity Affliction.
I feel like they get a lot of hate.
I like a few songs, but I don't know. I didn't grow up with them, so it's kind of more. A lot of my friends love them because it like of what it like. They grew up, you know, listening to it and going to the shows.
Yeah. No, I just never got behind them. I tried to listen to them. They're not my style.
We interviewed the singer from Blood Command.
Oh yeah, Nikki. Oh,
yeah.
She's amazing.
Yeah, you know.
I don't know her personally, but I know her.
Yeah.
I know her as like the amazing like performer.
She was also like she had a story about the Amity Affliction, and she was like. She was like, yeah, I kind of hate that music, you know, that Australian, because she's more hardcore.
Yeah.
And so it was like.
She probably would hate us too. Fuck, we're gonna play a festival with her. Oh shit! I hope she doesn't see us. I'll fucking cry if she hates us. Oh man.
But the thing is that she was like, I thought they were such douchebags, but. Then we played a show together, and they were the nicest guys.
Yeah. They seem like they're so nice as well. Like, I don't know. I don't know. It kind of like they put on this like cunty personality on stage, but you can kind of look at it and be like, "You're faking it. You guys are sweet, for sure."
But I also think that they gotta get a lot of hate because Joel is the screamer. He's like really leftish and you know he speaks out a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm very leftish as well, but.
Well, yeah, I think I don't know, man. I think like if you're a creative person and you have beliefs, it comes through in the media that you push,
exactly.
the art that you push, for sure. And I think, I don't know, I wouldn't call it a responsibility, but if you have an audience, I think it's kind of natural to push your beliefs
Yeah.
onto your audience.
Exactly.
And then-
Influencer.
influence them. Yeah, exactly. And then people who align with your values and beliefs and morals and your agendas.
Yeah.
They'll just solidify their attachment to your music and shit like that. So I think use your platform, man. Absolutely, use it. Yeah.
I want to go back to Europe so far, like the Europe, down here. How's the touring been going so far?
I mean, so far it's been great. This is only our third show on the whole tour that we've got. Our first 2 shows were in Spain, so we've got the first one was in Barcelona, second one in Madrid. It was like Ami's home turf, which is really special for us, Ami especially.
Yeah, it was great. But playing in Barcelona was insane. Like I had to pinch myself so many times because I grew up there for 10 years, but I hadn't been back for another 10 years almost. So I got to see all of my old friends from high school and old bands and. Our sound, the guy who did our sound for the Barcelona Madrid show was a guy that I was in a band with when I was 17, in a prog band. We'd play Tool covers. And it was just so incredible. I literally cried on stage. I was like, I don't know if I can get past because it was one of the slower songs and I was like, oh my God. I just stopped for a moment and looked at everyone and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on here? This is amazing. And then it was great. It was really good to be back again.
Yeah, no, I was sick. So we played with Weed, which is short for We Exist Even Dead. They're a local Spanish band. Barcelona, they're based in Barcelona.
They're so amazing. They're incredible. I hope to see them on this stage one day, or on all the stages in the world. They are.
Their live show was incredible. So over the top with their hospitality. Yeah. Incredible. We got fed in Barcelona. They cooked homemade meals for us. They cooked homemade tortillas and pasta, macarrones.
We call them macarrones. They made a pesto one and a bolognese one.
Yeah.
And then they 4 different types of tortilla de patatas.
Yeah.
And it was just insane. I can't believe they did that. They're just who does that? Where the supporting band cooks you your meal.
They cooked meals for us. I thought it was catering. They organized catering. And I started to mow into it. I was fucking hungry. And then someone was like, how good's the food? And I was like, the food's fucking fantastic. And they're like, yeah, Weed cooked it for you guys. And I'm like, oh my fucking God. Who does that? Yeah, the main support cooked meals for us out of their own kitchen.
We really got to up our game. If we have an international band come to Australia, that's it. We got to, when they're in Melbourne, that's it. We got to give them our house. If we got to find a pool.
Yeah.
We gotta up our game.
What are you gonna make for them though? What's an Australian dish?
Oh, Barbie, good old barbecue, a good slow cooked lamb roast or something and a shitload of beers. Shitload of beers. Yeah. Maybe even make them do a shoey or two, Goon of Fortune, all that. Yeah.
Oh, Goon of Fortune. Yeah, we'll make them do Goon of Fortune. Yeah, that's dumb, but they'll love it. They'll love it.
Hey, I really love the Gasolina cover, but why Gasolina?
Go on.
Yeah, oh well, it's funny. I didn't even decide to do it. It was Ryan's idea.
That's right, yeah.
It was fucking Ryan. He didn't tell any of us. We were going to do, we got asked to do a cover to add to a compilation of other metal covers for a couple of friends of ours. They were printing a vinyl to raise money for mental health in Australia. So we were deciding what cover to do for them. We were just going to do whatever. It was kind of cool, We were like, oh, maybe Every Time We Touch by Cascada, which glad we didn't do that because if you don't know, Electric Callboy does that when we went on tour with them last year. That would have been a fucking mess. 2 versions. And their sound worked way better with that because Ryan got stuck. He was like, I don't think I can do this song. But he didn't say anything. The next minute he sends us a file that was XX_ Daddy Yankee Gasolina Futurestatic.mp3.exe, pretending it's an old download, what is it called again, a torrent?
A torrent, yeah.
With a virus in it. It was so good. So I was like, no. I was like, there's no fucking way I'm going to scream in Spanish this fast. Get fucked, Ryan. Like, I'm not doing it. And he's like, no, come on. But then I heard the track he made for it. He made the whole instrumental, and I was like, this is really fucking good. I was like, Ryan, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna fucking make it happen. And so I tracked the vocals, and just the demo vocals over the top. And we ended up using the demo vocals I tracked at home. I was like, yeah, let's go. It was fun. It was great. It just sounded so raw and dirty. We were like, this is perfect. And it ended up on the compilation. But then our manager was like, oh, you guys should really push this, get a video, like this would go huge in Latin America kind of thing. So we're like, oh, okay, sick. So we got it remastered a little bit better and like kind of polished it a bit, and then we had to do it live. The first time we did that, there's no breathing space. Like
when we play a set, no matter what songs before Gasolina, Amy needs 10, 15 seconds. So whenever we're building out sets, we rehearse this set, and she's like, no, make sure that there's you need to pause, because I control the laptop with the tracks. She's like, you need to pause, or there needs to be 15 seconds. Gasoline is pretty brutal for her, and it's really hectic for all of us. Because I remember listening to the demo and then having to play it over and over and over and over and over again for the video clip that we filmed. It was fucked.
And Ryan always writes drum parts that need 100 fucking limbs, and he somehow manages to get the same sound with 4. I don't know how the fuck you do it, man.
Yeah, I have my limit, but I listen to tracks that some of the boys write, and I'm like, I can maybe do that. I can't fucking do that. But no, I put my own twist on it and shit like that, and get the same kind of sound. Yeah.
But I guess it worked out as well, because when I was growing up in Barcelona, I always had a lot of different friends because I was not from there. So I had Latin American friends. I had Pakistani friends. I had and metalhead friends, obviously. But in there's a big rift between metalheads and reggaetoneros. So anyone who listens to reggaeton, Latin music, there's just a big fight between them. So I found it quite good, because at parties when I was younger, I'd always have a big mix of friends, and there's always fighting for the music. There'd be someone trying to put reggaeton on, someone trying to put fucking Judas Priest on, someone trying to put Asking Alexandria on, someone trying to put Cascada on, and I'm just like, fuck, man, I wish I could just blend everything together and just call it a day. And thanks to Ryan, I got to do that.
And here we are today.
Yeah. And there was so much twerking or perreando at the Barcelona Madrid shows to that. I'll tell you what. I was like, oh man, I better not fuck up the lyrics here. They can actually understand me.
Yeah. The pressure's off back home, because Spanish is not the main language. But yeah, in Spain, singing the Gasolina, she felt the pressure to get it all nailed. But no, it's one of my favorite songs to play. It's brutal to play. It's pretty hectic, but it's one of my favorite songs to play.
It's so much fun. The crowd just always fucking responds really well to that one. So
yeah, no, it's mad.
It's also quite a shocker when you hear it. No way they did a metalcore cover of this one. No.
No, it's funny because I can see the people that don't know that we cover it in the crowd when we play somewhere new for the first time. And they hear the opening 30 seconds with the techno keyboard, and they kind of go, oh, they better do this right. And then we get halfway through the song, and I see those same people get behind it, and I'm like, all right, sweet, we've done something good, it's coming across. So no, it's sick to watch people's reaction to the song. It's sick. I like playing it.
Questions. We had a question. There's a song called Roach Queen.
Yes.
What's the story about that?
Oh, the story about Roach Queen. Okay, so take you all the way back to Barcelona in 2002, I think. 2002? Yeah, it was about 6 or 7, 2003 maybe. Basically, there was a house. The first house we lived in was really infested with roaches, and I used to dream about them that going into my mouth, and then I'd wake up and vomit. And I don't know how long it went on for. I was a kid, so maybe it was only a couple months, maybe it was only, you know, I don't know, just like, I don't know, it could have been for a long time, but I would wake up and vomit and see them in the toilet, and it really fucked me up for a little while. And my parents were working really hard and busy because they're musicians too, so they kind of didn't really pay attention. But that also made me really strong, so that's why I call it Roach Queen instead of like something negative, because the song's about how like it gave me independence even though I fucking hate roaches. And filming that music video was fucked. I nearly threw up so many times.
I guess we have to break up because the April starts their set now.
Yeah.
So
no,
thank you
cool.
so much for.
Thanks for spending the time with us. Yeah. We love doing
I hope
this
you
shit.
have a great tour.
No, thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry I'm a rambler, but thank you for having us, my
It
guys.
was fantastic. Thank you so much, guys.
You.
Thank you, man. Cheers.